Hey there, everybody. It is the GlobeTrotting Trio. I'm Amy.
I'm Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
Hey, we are all here. So let's talk about this. Last week, we talked about dream boards to reality. And today we're going to talk about this one thing that we hear more than anything. I could never do that. Now, that's a huge syndrome that so many people have, especially whenever we're talking to them and saying, you know what, this would be a great opportunity. You should give it a look. I could never do that. Well, you know what? We all thought that too.
Yes,
Thought
ma'am.
that too. When I first started, I was not going to build a team. I didn't think that was what I was going to do. I never thought that that was what I could do. I never even thought anybody would say yes until I got my first yes.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this. Did either one of you feel that same way?
So if I go back, because my history with network marketing and direct sales, it goes
Mhm.
back to when I started selling candles, and I was 20 some years
Candlelight,
old.
yes. Was it
Party light, party
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 light.
light?
light.
I knew it was
Party
something
light.
light. Yes.
That's where
Yeah,
Tammy and I both got our start.
both got our start.
Isn't that crazy?
And yeah, and I remember saying, oh, I could never get up in front of the room and talk. Never get up in front of the room and demonstrate anything.
Uh-huh.
And now I look at it now, and here we are. I mean, just a few short years ago, I said I could never go live on Facebook. I could never make videos every day. I mean, here we are. Here we
Here we are.
are. And when I started the travel business, I was like, okay, let's go, kind of thing. So I guess mine was a little different just because I had the experience in the past with this business, but it's still sometimes you're just like, I could never
You know
get up
what,
and
though?
talk.
Just so you know, I was in network marketing. I sold Alouette makeup. Do you remember that?
Mm.
Forever ago.
No.
It was like Mary Kay and them together. They were running
Oh,
against each other. I picked the wrong one. I
wrong
stopped
one.
that. I was in Pampered Chef.
Oh,
I and I sold lots of Pampered Chef when I was pregnant with my son, so over 30 years ago. And then Avon, I was an Avon lady. What else
Avon
did
lady.
I do? There's something else in
Avon
business.
lady. Okay, so
Yeah,
I have
there's all
done
kinds of stuff.
Party Light,
Mhm.
Creative Memories.
I
It
love that
works.
one.
It
What was the
works.
last one?
It works.
It works. Oh yeah, I loved them
It works,
too.
the wrap. And
Hmm.
then from there, I went to Lavelle.
Okay.
And then I knew that that place was not mine, even though I was still very successful, won a trip,
Hmm.
and then the travel company or travel business. And I will never, ever
Hmm.
leave this. It will
Mm-mm.
not be. No way. Oh, I forgot the financial things were in there too. Forgot that one.
Oh yeah. But you know what? That's both of us did that. I feel like that's and probably
Hmm.
all three of us did. We were in on the hunt for what we could do. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
Shelley, tell us what yours is. What were yours? Party light.
Party light.
Uh-huh.
I was 21.
Oh yes,
Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
those
we were the
bags.
same age
Yes. Is
when
this
we
not
did
so
it.
cool?
Oh,
Okay.
no, I those 31's the bags. Never mind. So you were 21
31's the
years old
bags.
whenever
Okay.
you did that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
All right. So yes, party light. And then it was a number of years before I did anything. And I don't
Yeah.
even, oh, it was like, it was a lingerie company that did home parties. Like,
Yes.
I don't know, my mid 20s, late 20s. That was fun for a short period of time. And that made it fun because I was with women. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I got to
Mhm.
laugh and have fun. Like it was I don't know, it was just cool. Okay, and then from there I feel like there was something else. Oh, there was. It was another like skincare wellness. I can't even think of the name of it right now, you guys. That's so crazy. And it's
Had
like
such a
super
profound
popular now.
effect.
Huh?
It had such a profound effect.
You know what
It
it did?
did. Look at that.
Oh, I did Color Street too.
Oh, you did Color Street?
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Okay.
wow.
And then I went
Shelley?
from there. I took a number of years off because I was like, all right, I got a whole bunch of teenagers and life is just crazy. And I went to Mary and Martha and I was there for a number of years and I loved it. I really, really loved it.
Ah.
Um, but their product line changed, and like their model changed a little bit, and I was like, these are really not my products anymore. Like it just
Mhm.
wasn't
Yeah.
something in my heart that I was like, oh, I really want to share this anymore. So I left there, and then lo and behold, here this fell in my lap, and I'm not looking for another one.
So
Best
here's a
thing
little
ever.
side note about thinking about all of the things that we
Okay.
did up to this point. What did
Okay,
we
tell
have
me.
to do? We had to sell items and we had to probably
Oh.
keep stock and we had to
Uh-huh.
go
Oh
and
my
do
gosh.
shows and we had to do this and it was
Mhm,
all of this kind of work, right?
mhm.
This is one of those things. I've heard it
Mm-mm.
said that it's the sexiest industry in the world. It's
Right,
travel,
right.
It's
right?
travel.
And it
Well,
sells
And
itself,
all that
my
other
fun,
stuff, we had to
yeah,
convince someone why they needed it, right?
right,
right? Yeah.
right,
Why buy from
right.
me? Why do you need this? What will this do for
Uh-huh.
you? How does this enhance your life? Come on, it's
Yeah,
travel.
right.
No explanation needed.
Right. No
Right.
explanation. Exactly. And yeah, exactly. They say health and wellness is like a billion-dollar industry. And I'm like,
It's
I've
okay.
got to tell you, travel is $1 trillion industry. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's
why?
yeah.
And we don't have to worry about all that product. And I remember each company that I went out of, I'm like, oh my goodness, how much product can I have and get rid of? And I still have stuff, party
Mm,
light stuff that I have, and creative
Yeah.
memories for sure, scrapbooking stuff.
yes.
But I stopped scrapbooking years ago. But
Oh,
yeah.
So
I've
let's
got
talk.
all kinds of scrapbooking stuff still. Yeah. One of these
Yeah.
Oh,
days.
I could look over my computer and I have a whole section in my library over here that my
Yeah.
husband keeps, every once in a
Yeah.
while, he'll make some sly comment about it. I'm like, back off. One
Back
day I'll
off.
finish the albums.
Yeah.
For
As
sure.
we're talking about this though, and we're talking about product and that we have to sell it,
Yeah.
there was another thing about every single one of those businesses. You had a sales quota. We
Uh-huh.
had to sell so much every single
Yeah.
Yes.
month, or you didn't get paid.
Right.
Yes.
If I want to go on a month-long trip, if I want to go spend a month with my grandkids and say everything's going to wait till I get home, I still get a check. I
Yes.
still get a check.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
quotas.
I'm like, boy, that was like the most exciting thing I think I've heard. I mean, I've heard it, but today that just like really excites me.
Woo.
I still get a
Yes.
check. We still get a check.
We can still get a check. We
Yes.
can be gone for a whole month, 2 months, 3 months,
I love
whatever.
it. I've done it. We've done it.
Right?
Yeah.
We've all
And we're
done
going
that
to do
at
it
some
again in
point. Yeah.
2027.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
But
could
anyway,
never, so I could never do that syndrome. We want you guys to let that one go. Be like Elsa, just let it go, man. Because here's
yes,
the deal. We thought so too. We went from
We
one
did.
place to the next, to the next, to the next. I owned my own brick and mortar business, not once, but twice, and still didn't work. And it took me finding this business. And as soon as I found travel, I knew I had found my home.
yeah,
And this is exactly what we know we're going
yeah.
to be able to do. So our biggest doubts when we started the business, when we started this business, what do you think what was your biggest, did you have any doubts first?
Where would I where am I going to find people?
Right. Okay.
I don't know enough people.
Yeah.
Um I don't know how I'll make this work in my life, like fit into my life. What else?
Clearly, Shelley is the doubtful Debbie.
Seriously. And here I am, the most probably positive person that you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty close to the
Probably.
most positive person.
We'll go with
Um,
it.
I did not have any doubts.
No.
I really didn't.
Mine were my own self-doubts.
I
Will I learn it fast enough to be able to do it?
Oh, good.
Especially because my husband has a big mouth and I had to immediately start doing stuff I was not prepared to do. That was really
Right,
the only doubt.
right.
Um,
That's good.
I knew that
Way to go,
I was
Andrew.
gonna find people. I knew everything. I knew that was all gonna happen. Like I'm a
But
positive
I
person
think
in
some of
that
those
respect.
doubts came from one, two, three, four, five different companies that I was with, right? And
Right.
it didn't get me to where I wanted to be or where I thought I should be or where I thought I could go.
Uh,
I mean, in the end, they weren't what I was super charged up about. They weren't what I was fired up about. They required stock.
Right.
Well, this is actually probably different for most people because I was successful in those other companies. I
Mhm.
chose to get out of those companies for one reason or another. You know, the last one, and you know, thank God I did because I wouldn't have found this. But I mean, I was a six-figure earner, multiple six-figure earner. With It Works, and then I, you know, was talked into going to Lavelle, and it was like a disaster. So I mean, I had the confidence in me, and I had the confidence in the product. So I had no doubts whatsoever. I mean, I know I'm kind of rare when it comes to that, but I can understand where somebody would be.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is thinking about it though, Tammy, when you were approached to do this, you said, okay, right? Do you watch the presentation and knew what it was about and said, okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I was approached, and this is why you and I are different than Shelley. I was
Mm-hmm.
approached. They said, hey, I'm gonna. And I said, well, me too. Give me the information so I can get registered.
Yeah.
Shelley, on the other hand, she has a completely different story because I'm pretty sure hers was, okay, let me hear about it. Yeah, that can't
Mm-hmm.
be right. Let me talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let me talk to
Yeah.
one more person. And her husband over there, oh, Alan, just
Oh,
do it. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to lose?
oh,
Just do it the whole time.
the
So
whole time.
we are led by Tammy, you and I are led by faith.
Yes.
Shelley, on the other hand, was led by fear, which is so funny
It is kind of
of the
funny
three of us that she would be led by fear and not faith.
when it comes to the business because
Right.
in her personal life, I don't think she's that way.
No, her personal life, she leads by
By
faith
faith.
consistently and
100%.
constantly all day long. So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny.
That
Yeah,
is.
I still go back to that was 17 years as a single mom.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I had to have that
You
guaranteed
had to have it.
paycheck. I needed to have
Yeah.
those benefits. Don't anybody breathe wrong, like don't fall off of a tree, like
Yeah.
don't cut your toe. We can't afford to go to the hospital, like don't
Yes,
break
but
anything,
yesterday,
don't lose your glasses.
just an FYI, yesterday we had it was the day we got our checks, right? So I know Tammy got a really good check on the first of the month, and I got a really good check on the first of the month, and then we got some bonus checks as well. So
I
Tammy
love
and I
bonus
each
check.
got two checks. So I ended up with over like I got a common check, like 2,000 total.
Wow.
My first checks of the month, and I get one every week.
Is that nuts? That's
It is.
crazy to think.
It's
It's
great.
crazy. I
It
love it.
is. Me too.
Hmm.
So I live by faith that everything will work out just as it is. Now, Andrew's right now probably trying not to stumble and fall as he's walking and listening to
Okay.
the podcast because there are
Right.
days whenever I have weak moments, but the vast
Oh.
majority of the time, I try to live by faith, not fear. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. So is there any part of it? I guess right now it's not going to be Tammy and I will not answer this question. The fears that almost kept you from starting this business, Shelley, what were they?
Oh, they were dumb. Let's start with that, right? Like,
Okay.
is it real?
Uh-huh.
And I think that's a lot of people that when they start thinking about network marketing, they think, oh, is this really real? We have the proof. There's multiple millionaires within 10 years in our company, like within 6 years. And we
Uh-huh.
just continue to grow from there. It's really real. But I learned from having that doubt and talking to the people I did when I came in, I learned how to better speak to that doubt, that fear to somebody else. Right.
Yes.
I know to share and to be very
Hmm.
transparent about, listen, these are the people, go, here they are, go find them, go search them. Um, that I wasn't equipped. That was a real fear. I wasn't equipped to do this. What do I really know about, doing
Hmm.
that? That's dumb. Like that's dumb. Life
Hmm.
experience teaches you to do this business. Your willingness to want to do it, your desire to want to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
makes you
Mhm.
qualified to do
Right.
this business. You know, it my fears were just they were just dumb. But I didn't have anybody to say that to me. I didn't have anybody that had that straight talk with love to me, you know, and I want to be able to do that for other people. Like, come on. You are so equipped to do this. You
Right.
plug in,
Mhm.
you be willing to be coached, find you a great friend like these two ladies, and you can do this. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they were dumb. They were dumb.
All right. So Tammy, let's just
Yes.
say this. I know you didn't have any fears, and I didn't really either. So we're not going to answer this question. We're going to answer a different question that has to do with fears. Let's say we have somebody come to you and say, you know what, I started this, but I just don't know that I can do it. I just don't know. What are you going to do? How are you going to talk to them?
First of all, I'm going to say, I'm going to ask them, why do you think, I mean, honestly, why do you think you can't do it? And, if it's just like Shelly, it could have been a confidence thing.
Hmm.
And, they may or may not have told us that, but, and I'm going to say, they have the ability to do whatever they set their mind to. And I even say that to my kid too. And I'm sure you guys have said that to your kids too. Um, but you just have, if somebody's fearful, you've got to acknowledge that they are fearful and then work with a solution to help them get over that fear.
Agreed. Must
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge the fear first, for sure, and then help them see that there is a way to push through that.
Mm-hmm.
I lead with, I use exclamations. I've got somebody that I started talking to over 5 years ago who
Mm-hmm.
finally joined my team recently
Yay.
within the last 6 months. And she jokes all the time that I wish I would have not waited, but she needed to wait because it was her time. But then I talk about people like Shelley who had to hear it 3 or 4 times, right, from different people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talk about you and me. I didn't need to hear anything. I just needed the information to get registered because I knew that's what I needed to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of meet and give examples. Yes, what were we going to say, Tammy?
Well, I was going to say, I mean, even our number one income earner
Hmm.
in our company 21 different times,
Yeah,
and
She's
I,
got me beat.
she does. I know.
finally,
Of course,
someone.
I want more people like Amy and I, but I'll take a few Shelley's and definitely be that 21st person that asked her, the
Uh-huh.
number one income earner. But most people, I mean, again, I think most people will get their questions answered and make a decision on this business fairly quickly. I really do.
For sure. And keeping your dreams in mind of what you're
Yeah.
wanting in life.
Yeah.
Because it is, like we've said before in the past, this kind of business is different than what we were raised on. And most of us were raised.
Oh,
You go to school, you get
100%.
out of school, you go to
Cool.
college, or you find a career. Which one are you
yep.
going to do? You go work and punch a time clock for somebody else. That's
Mhm.
what we're taught. And
Yep.
this opportunity right here is the polar opposite of that. You're going
Oh,
to go and you're going to chase your dreams and you're going to catch them. That's what you're
yep.
here for,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
do we have any advice for anybody that would be hesitant in starting something new?
What do you have to lose?
I
Is what
like
I always tell to somebody, and especially with our business, is they have nothing
Bingo.
to lose.
that.
We
Hmm.
have guarantees that put in place for them
Mhm.
to not have to worry about it.
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
got to tell you, if I had heard that when I started this business, if someone had said that to me sooner, I
mm-hmm,
don't I don't know that it was said to me at all. I probably would have jumped in after my first conversation.
Right.
mm-hmm,
It's probably one of those things too, like so I will say in my years of education, I don't know how many of my kids after they graduated because I taught juniors and seniors. I sure wish my teachers taught me
Mm.
fill in
Hmm.
the blank. And 95% of the time, 99% of the time, it was always something that was taught they just didn't catch.
Yep.
yeah,
So
Yep. That's
you
true.
might not have been in the time to
uh-huh,
accept what was being said,
Yep.
or how it was addressed to you might not have really been something
Uh-huh.
that you could capture.
Yep. That's
So,
a
with
good
that
point.
being said, um, yeah, I like the fact that those guarantees for sure are huge. Um,
mm-hmm.
guarantees that you will succeed, or right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of, we would love to talk to you about those guarantees for
Oh,
sure.
yes, we would.
Is anybody that is listening, if you're interested in them, drop us something down there in the chat. We will be happy to answer those questions. Do we have any other thoughts though about I could never do that syndrome and how to get rid of it? Any other thoughts?
And it's just, you just have to push. You just have to push through whatever you're thinking. Because
Mhm.
I could sit here right now and tell you 1,000 probably different reasons why I don't want to do something. And regardless of what it is, if it's the business or if it's, whatever, you
Right,
just have to push. You just have to push through. Um, and, it's not going to be comfortable, you know,
right.
but that magic doesn't happen when you're comfortable. The magic happens when you're uncomfortable. So
Hmm.
Right.
get used to being uncomfortable.
Right.
Uh-huh.
How about you, Shelley? What you got?
The word that keeps coming to mind is grit. And as
Uh-huh.
Gen Xers, we
We
got
know
a
that.
whole lot of grit. So if you don't have grit, we'll gladly loan you some. And we will walk beside you. We will partner with you and just give it a try. Like whatever that difficult thing
Yeah.
is, you just got to give it a try.
Yep.
You're going to be way happier that
Absolutely.
you tried than you ran away from it. And and that after 52 years I can say is truly true. Like just
Exactly.
embrace it and try it.
For sure. It's
All
one
I
of those
got.
things, if you don't do something because you're waiting until you're ready, you're never going to be ready.
Who's
Whenever
ready
we
to
were
have kids?
younger. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till I'm financially stable. I'm going to wait till this
Yeah.
happens. Not until this. If you can live your life with a whole
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
when I'm ready or whatever. So maybe I could never is really your sign that you should. So
Mm,
Yes.
we would love for you to jump
yep.
back here and get with us and let us answer those questions and get you started. And until then, I would love to say this. If you've enjoyed this episode, want to learn some more, hit that follow button so you make sure to never miss an adventure. And as always, we want to thank you for joining us on this wild, beautiful journey. And until next time, let's keep exploring, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Unbroken chains.